So a lot of people right now, they're prepping for TBC, right? I'm in the same boat, and I'm prepping quite a lot, but then you have some people that are taking the TBC prep to the absolute next level. So I wanted to showcase this post right here and get your feedback on it, because this right here is TBC prepping, or not even TBC prepping, this is TBC pre-patch prepping on a whole another level. Blood Elf Paladin pre-patch leveling guide. Here is my fast leveling guide for the Belfies that want to go at the speed of light. I also made a spreadsheet for the items that I have acquired from the auction house at low prices. I have prepared this guide for myself initially, so feel free to recommend any missing points, upgrades or better options. Part 1. Preparation. Get ported and set Hearthstone to Orgrimmar. This will allow you to get the world boss consistently, with its 1 hour cooldown and rend buff running for 1 hour. You will want to hearth back to Orgrimmar to receive a new rend buff regularly. Tip: when you get to the Barrens, keep a different world buff like Onyxia Bound, as this will allow you to get the rend buff anywhere in the Barrens without the need to being in the Crossroads or Orgrimmar. Quick check: bags. Get the biggest bags you can afford, especially if you plan to level with AoE farming. You will definitely need big bags. Professional materials: if you plan to level up your professions on the go, buy the materials beforehand. Another thing here, by the way, keep those materials in your mailbox, because that way you have infinite bag space. Important: jewel crafting provides the best accessories for you while leveling, so I highly recommend getting it. Part 2. Itemization. Number 1. Weapon Mace. The reason here is that there are a lot of maces with intellect. You can get BOE greens as well if the rare and epic maces on the auction house are expensive. To skip leveling other weapon skills when you get a new weapon, mace all the way to level 60. Weapon damage is somewhat insignificant for prot paladins. Important: don't forget you need to be ported to Thunderbluff to learn mace skill. Some maces you can use: level 1 club plus fiery weapon enchant, level 4 billy club plus fiery weapon enchant, level 9 Staunch Hammer, same enchant, level 16 Face Smasher, same enchant, level 22 Crested Scepter plus same enchant, or Fiery Blaze even. You will need somebody on the alliance side to get this enchant and put it on your weapon and trade it on the neutral auction house. That is super, like, yeah. This right here for a level 22 weapon sounds insane, by the way. Level 38, Ardent Custodian plus Spell Damage Enchant. If you can get this at a cheap price, especially now while BOEs sell for a low price, it is a nice, fast mace. If this is expensive on your auction house, you can look for off the eagle weapons that give intellect plus stamina. Whatever you enchanted with spell damage at this point will be with you until you hit level 60. You don't need to spend gold for another spell damage enchant on a new weapon. Another important note: iron counterweight is completely broken at low levels. You can skip the fire weapon enchantment and get iron counterweight instead if you want to have faster weapon swings. People find it better than fire weapon in terms of performance. Number 2. Shields. For all the shields you use, you must have a blacksmith apply shield spikes to your shields. Mithril shield spike for shields below level 35 item level, and thorium shield spike above 35 item level. In the beginning, you can get a forest buckler, which gives stamina and a nice amount of intellect. If you do dungeon farming, you will get Seed Cloud buckler from Wailing Caverns. If you can get the green tower for a cheap price as well, you can replace the Wailing Cavern shield at level 36 with that one, and you can use that one all the way to level 60. This is like next level prep, by the way. Holy. Number 3. Gear. You will need stamina, as you will be doing bigger pulls in either solo AoE farm or in dungeons. You also need intellect to increase your mana pool. Haste on the gloves is completely broken at low levels, so enchant your gloves with haste. What if you do like haste on gloves and you go back to the weapon and do iron counterweight? Now we could be talking, by the way. If you can afford, have your shoulders enchanted with Naxxramas enchants. Needs testing, as they have changed the trade enchant method back in 2021. Every slot mail of the eagle pieces until level 40, and at level 40, replace them with plate ones as you see fit. After level 40, stats on items will increase by 1 to 2, which means you don't need to upgrade your gear that much. Number 4, accessories. This is like jewel crafting stuff. Prioritize spell power and intellect. Number 5, world buffs. The most important world buff is rend buff. Try to keep it up at all the time. And do an Orgrimmar detour when your buff expires. The time you spend in Orgrimmar to get the buff may differ in certain times, but it's totally worth it. Another thing is, just do professions during that downtime. That way you can skill up jewel crafting while waiting for the world buff, assuming jewel crafting trainers are in Orgrimmar. If they're not, well, too bad. Onyxia buff is nice, but totally optional at this point. You probably will get it while waiting for Rend to drop. Sandalar buff is also nice with its stat and movement speed increase. Lots of consumes, by the way. Not going to read all of them, just going to scroll through them fast so you can take a look. Part 3, the build. Part 4, the leveling route. Let me just read the leveling route and then we scroll through the next part. After setting your Hearthstone to Orgrimmar, get ported to Thunderbluff to learn your mace skill and start questing in Mulgore. On pre-patch day there will be a lot of players doing the same quests and hunting the same mobs in Eversong and Ghostlands, thus you need to be leveling somewhere else. After finishing the quest in Mulgore, head to the Barrens as usual. Your main goal is to hit 20 to start your AoE farming or dungeon farming. You can run RFC with other people at this point, but you don't have AoE skills, so tanking and holding aggro might be a little bit difficult. But considering the amount of players leveling in pre-patch, you will be consistently finding groups and farming the dungeons as much as you want. After hitting level 20, you will get Consecration, so you can start running dungeons as a tank or start AoE farming mobs in the open world. The routes are listed below. Paladin AoE farm places are usually the ones where mages do their AoE farms. So dungeon route, just these right here, right, all the way. And AoE route, all the way down here. Hillsbrad, Arathi, Dustswallow Badlands, Swamp of Sorrows, Maraudon, Solo Farming, Tanaris, Pirates, Onagoro, Crater as well, Fellwood, Western Plaguelands, and lastly, Western Plaguelands. Pretty much the mage AoE farms with a couple more things as well. Alternative, like, you can even do CF, by the way. CF farming. Like, CF farming as a paladin does work, but it's a little bit, like, weird and janky, but it does work. This is next level prepping, by the way. I'm not going to prep this hard myself. For my paladin leveling, absolutely not. Even my shaman leveling either, no thanks. But this is next level, and I think it's super cool, by the way. I'm not saying everybody should do this, but it's super cool that people are doing this. And if this guy has fun doing this level of prep, I'm really happy for him. I'm just once again saying, not everybody should do this, but it's still fun to look at. Okay, let's get into some gameplay.